Hello, I'm Derek.
This is Steven.
Welcome to the RC Lawn Chair Pilots Podcast. All right, we'll see how that goes. All right.
Okay,
Welcome back, everybody.
Let's get started.
Yes.
I should have had my notes open.
You fail. How dare you?
Well, I tried to open it 3 times and you kept talking to me.
We had important stuff to talk about.
While we were prepping.
I was able to open it while we talked.
Apparently can't do 2 things at once. I don't even know where my...
Google Docs.
Yeah.
If all else fails, Google Drive.
Yeah, that's I think where I usually go. Okay, I really know what I'm doing here.
Episode 9.
This is episode 9, right?
Yeah.
Holy cow, episode 9.
Yeah, we've been going at this a while.
Wow.
It's pretty exciting.
That's pretty
Thanks for sticking
cool.
around this long.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Shameless plug.
Something to tell your friends about.
Yes.
Here we go. We'll start this out strong. So there's a company called, or a website / company called rcbattery.com.
Yes.
They are now our sponsor.
They are.
That's the word.
We are working closely with them to bring you deals and helpful stuff for us.
They have some of the absolute best prices for LiPo batteries I've ever seen.
Yes.
Like a standard 500 milliamp 3S 25 or 35C, $8.
Yep. So watch for reviews.
Screaming deals.
Reviews are going to be coming your way
Yes.
about the batteries that we're going to be using.
Yes, they're going to send us a few batteries for us to test out and try. From what I've read on other people's reviews, like Richard, the guy that runs rcbatteries.com, he has gone through extensive testing to develop, to fine-tune the chemistry of these batteries to make them, as they're labeled, Liperior.
Yeah, very cool. I'm excited to test these batteries.
Super
so
stoked.
Watch for those. They'll be coming. We'll definitely put the review in the podcast, but watch for other videos, and we might even end up doing something special for the podcast people.
Yep.
For this. So just watch for that.
Yeah, it's exciting. So
super exciting.
all right. Shall we move on with our other news?
Yeah, because that's all the news. That's all I have.
That's the big news.
All right, guys. Sorry. Quick interruption. We just got this email come in.
Stare at the camera.
The camera, not myself. That camera. I can't tell where to look, but we're super excited.
We're really close to the camera this time.
Yes. So earlier today, we got this email.
Yes.
We talked to you about rcbattery.com.
Yes.
And Derek, this guy.
We're too excited.
I'm so excited. Derek was about to start editing, and
We got this awesome email,
this email here.
which you totally can read.
Yep.
But it basically says, we have a discount code for you guys to get 15% off your order at
Yes.
rcbattery.com.
Now it's just the battery, not the shipping, but 15%. No other promo codes
Just
applied.
the order.
Sorry, just the order.
So you put
Yeah.
your order in, you get 15% off the order. Of course, there is Richard offers the free shipping on orders over $100, as you can see there at the top, maybe. Hold on, let me focus. Focus. There it is. Okay, quick.
We don't know what we're doing.
So
Anyway,
you will use our discount code. You'll get 15% off your order before tax and shipping.
this discount code is here.
Somewhere there.
Here.
And then if your order is over $100, which that's a lot of batteries if you did.
Yeah, a lot of batteries.
'Cause
These
these
guys
are
have
amazing
great
prices.
prices.
Then you'll get free shipping on orders over $100. This discount code, one use per customer, and cannot be combined with any other offer and doesn't apply to the shipping costs.
Correct.
So key details to remember, but still,
Yeah.
15% off. Discount code is here, RCLAWN, hashtag 1020.
Yes.
So RCLAWN, hashtag 1020, 1020.
Woohoo!
It is only good for October 5th, the day this releases, through, where'd it go? October 31st.
Yep, to the end of the month.
So get on it. These are amazing deals. Without this code alone, these batteries are super
Inexpensive.
well priced.
Yes, they are very well priced, depending on your need and what you're looking at.
Just take a look at some of those prices. Those are some screaming deals on batteries.
Yes.
So Jump on it, guys.
Yeah.
Richard is going to be sending us a bunch of batteries for us to test for the planes that we use.
So we'll be doing those reviews. So watch for those. It won't be on this one, obviously, because this is an interruption. But it will be on the next one and the next one after that, depending on how many batteries we get and how many planes
how many times we abuse them.
Yeah, we get out and fly with them. So yes, we're
thanks,
super
RC Batteries. We look forward to continuing this. You guys go support our sponsor because they're supporting us.
Yes.
And it is our dealings with Richard at rcbattery.com have been amazing. He seems like an awesome dude. We're really excited for this, so go show him some love.
Yeah, and back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, back to our nonsense. Yeah.
We'll see you guys.
That's the biggest news that I wanted to contribute to, and Derek has his. But now, Derek,
I have had a very long
you have been
2 weeks.
Busy.
I have been super busy.
Carl, what do you got going on here?
Okay, so we've got our partnership with rcbatteries.com.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yes.
I got a new kit.
Yes.
And I have learned that happiness comes in two forms. One is in a triangle box from willynillies.com, and the other is a fresh cut balsa kit.
So for you on the podcast, we apologize. You're not going to get to see this, but for you on the video,
USPS uses a triangle box.
Yes, they do.
I've never known that.
This is super awesome.
So if there's a company out there that makes half A sized kits, so half A is a class. I don't know what it actually means, but all of these kits designed by Willy Nillies are sub 250 grams.
Pretty awesome.
So you get past the RFID. Potential RFID and registration nonsense the FAA has put in place.
Yeah.
And is working to put in place. But this is the Gentle Lady 250, as you can see there in the image. We'll post links to all this stuff.
Yeah.
This is still technically the beta kit. Like, they first initially released this 2-3 months ago.
Oh.
This is, I think, batch 2 or 3.
Oh.
But it comes...
Is it pre-cut? Oh, it's pre-cut even.
Yeah, it comes with... It's a full laser cut kit. This is a husband and wife team. Doug and... I forget Doug's wife's name. I am sorry.
So light.
But they have a laser cutter at their house, and from what I understand, it is running almost nonstop.
Well, congratulations.
So,
Willy Nillies.
And so the kit comes with all balsa parts, all the balsa parts you need. It comes with rubber bands to hold the wing on, your control horns, your push rods. It comes with, let's see here, a couple other things. So it comes with everything you need.
This ends
yeah, I know. I cut it open earlier because I wanted to get the instructions out. So it comes with all the wood parts you need. You just need to supply.
Electronics.
It comes with.
Right?
You need to supply your own electronics. So it recommends 2.5 or 5 gram servos for rudder and elevator.
This is the one where you're going to try your new Free Sky receiver, right? No, not the Free Sky receiver. The third party Free Sky.
No,
not this one.
No, that's the Gillows Cub up on the wall.
Okay, sorry.
So and then it also you can build this one of two ways: just a standard 2-channel glider, or you can build a powered glider.
Ooh.
And they recommend for that a 3,000 kV brushless motor.
Okay.
Or a Cox Peewee 020 or a Cox Peewee 020 glow engine. Super tiny, like my Fox 15.
Yeah.
Half the size of that.
Whoa,
and then some.
That's
super tiny glow engine. And then if you're doing the, it recommends if you're running it on, excuse me, I'm going to start that over. If you're running it on a motor, it recommends a 350 milliamp 2S LiPo battery, a 6 amp ESC, and then a 50-30 or 60-30 propeller. So 5 inches by 30 degree or 3-inch pitch, or 6 inches by 3-inch pitch. So depends.
Okay.
And you can and it's fun because you can mount that power pod, like you can mount the power to the nose.
Yeah.
Or they're in process, I haven't heard any updates lately, of a power pod that you can strap onto the top of the wing, so you can have an unpowered glider, strap this thing on, and then it's powered.
Nice.
My plan is to build it just as a straight 2-channel glider.
that scares me in that position. Move it up where you can't kick it.
Fair.
I would be so sad to see that get.
You know what's also
broke.
fun? Yeah, I would too. They sell just the wing. I think I've mentioned this before, but they sell just wing kits for it.
Oh, really?
So this is fuselage, wing, everything. You can buy just the wing.
I remember you did mention that. That is awesome.
I want to buy an extra wing kit and add ailerons.
Yes, so you have a little bit more control and do some fun stuff.
So
Awesome.
So I ordered that in the kit. I also got more.
Holy cow. What all did you get? Did you get covering too?
I did.
Oh.
Because they have special covering that's super lightweight, lighter than monocoat. I forget what it's called. But I have this is transparent blue, dark blue, transparent yellow, black, and transparent red.
Those are really nice. The video's not going to do justice, so just trust.
It's really not.
That is nice.
These are really pretty colors. I'm super excited.
Why'd you get so many? Because you're not going to put all those colors on there.
No, so it only requires 3.
Yeah.
But I didn't know exactly what I wanted, and I think I'm going to use more than 3 colors.
And then if you end up buying a second wing set, then...
Well, so Doug and his wife cut these sheets of film. Like, they come in huge rolls, I assume. Okay. But then they cut them down to, I forget what size. I think it's like 20 by 30.
Oh, okay, so smaller size.
They cut them down to small size, and this Gentle Lady kit requires 3 of what they call their covering packs. So 3 of these little packages I bought.
Oh, okay.
I bought 5 because I wanted a couple more colors just in case I want to add little doodads.
Got it.
And then I also got batteries.
Oh.
Because they sell batteries in their store. They're these little...
2-cell?
2-cell, 25C, 350 milliamp batteries. Really tiny little bricks. They came with JST plugs on them for the power.
Converted them over.
I changed them over to XT30s. I'm going to use one of my Maytech Systems 5 volt BECs to power it.
7.4 volt, 350 milliampere hours.
Yeah.
So not bad.
So I now have 4 batteries this size, so I can fly all day and then some.
Yeah.
Because I'll be running these off. I'm actually going to scalp the servos out of my DLG to power this.
I'm really sad to hear you do that.
Well, it's either that or spend another $20.
I know. I'm sad to see the DLG go to the grave.
Yep. I'm not too broken up about it right now.
I know. You flew it a lot too.
I did. I had some good times with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sad. It's
so
sad
so
to
that's
see them go.
It's true. Maybe one day it'll be in some sort of working condition. So that is my new kit. Oh, and with it, so because it's still in technically beta stage, a lot of people have been working on it and submitting pictures and build instructions to willy-nilly so that they can put out an official document. But what I've done is I've started a build thread or a build log on RC groups in the sail plane. If you go onto RC groups, go down to the sail planes and go to the section called Sail Plane Talk, you'll see a willy-nilly's Gentle Lady 250 build log. That's mine. It's put on by Savage X89. That's me. Yay. And I'm going to be taking pictures and documenting the entire build process and everything that I come up against so that hopefully more people can benefit from it. I also grabbed a whole bunch of paper from work so that I can, as far as I understand, there's no drawings that come with any of these kits.
Oh, okay. So you're going to sketch it out for
I'm going to make a sketch of every part, and then I'm going to sketch out everything as I assemble it.
You have a lot of time.
It's going to take me forever. This is my winter build.
Well, since it's not quite yet winter.
Fall started the other day.
Officially.
Yeah.
Yeah. A couple days ago of the time of the recording.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean it's winter.
No, but that does...
Because that's the 21st of December officially.
A lot of people have been saying that, flying season, in all the Facebook groups I'm part of, they all say, flying season's over, what's your winter build?
I know, but it's not over. Because I want to go fly...
Oh, yeah. No, I'm still going to go fly.
Sorry.
So, but I'm going to be doing all that. All that stuff's going to end up on RC groups.
I imagine you'll see some stuff, those of you that are following us in different places.
Yes.
You will probably see things. You could follow Savage X89 also, and you'll probably see more stuff. But watch for those because I'm sure he'll be posting that not just in that build project, but everywhere else that he likes to post. He does way better than me than doing that.
Yeah, I post a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so that's your willy-nilly.
Yeah, I'm so excited for
What's this next one? Sportsman Soaring Program.
All right, so there's a lot of glider talk today. So,
well, that's all I own.
That's
okay. Flying. That's all. Nope. I have drones.
Part of what I own.
I have so many drones.
Technically, with my willy-nillys, I now own 4. 2 are operational.
I have.
One is in pieces. The other one is broken. Okay, so the Sportsman Soaring.
I have
program?
10 different drones.
Okay, nice. So,
anyway,
the Sportsman Soaring program, is that the one?
Yeah, because that's next on your list.
Yes. Okay, so the Sportsman Soaring program, what it is in competitive RC flight, there's what are called tasks, where there's one that's called for thermal duration, where you go up and you fly, and you fly as exactly to 10 minutes as you can, and then you land at a certain point.
Okay.
Or as close to a certain point as you possibly can.
So the more exact to 10 minutes and the closest to the mark, the better.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, perfect.
So what this Sportsman's Soaring program is, I'll just read from the website. It says, the Sportsman's Soaring Program, SSP, is a non-competitive, task-oriented program. The program was started to fill a need in the soaring community for such a program. Started in April 2009, the SSP is growing fast as word gets out of its existence. Let's see here. Whether you don't have any contest in your area or simply do not have the desire to compete, the SSP will give you structure to your flying sessions. And then it goes on to talk. But so it's broken up into levels. The first level is copper. To achieve copper level, that you can go about it one of 2 ways, or one of 3 ways. You can do thermal flights, slope flights, or both.
Oh, okay.
So let's take, for example, slope flights.
Okay.
To complete the copper level, you need to complete 2 10-minute slope flights. So as close to 10 minutes as you can.
Yeah.
Really easy on a slope soarer. At least I did it. I almost did it on my Spirit.
Yeah, that's because you couldn't land twice.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's fine. You
3
still
times,
got 10
actually.
minutes. Yeah.
Then you need to do 1 10-minute slope flight landing or hand catch within 3 meters of a given point.
Ooh, okay.
Then you have to do 2 20-minute slope flights. And then a 20-minute slope flight with a hand catch or landing within 3 meters of a given point.
Okay.
Then 2 30-minute flights and 1 30-minute flight with a hand catch or landing within 3 meters.
Wow.
So
you have to fly for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Twice.
Yep. Technically 3 times, but yep.
Whoa.
So that is the beginner level.
But okay, so what kind of gliders can you use for that? Is it any glider?
Since there's no competition, there's no dues to this at all.
Like it's this is kind of a like you
on your honor
system type of thing. Okay.
I submitted my application earlier today. We'll see what information I get back. As I get that back, I'll share it with you guys, of course.
Awesome.
And
this actually sounds amazing.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
I'll ever get to 10 minutes.
No.
Flying.
Well, that's flying on a slope.
Yeah. What was my best slope flight?
I think a minute.
Yeah. Minute and a half.
That was a terrible slope to be flying at, though.
We'll go again.
We'll go another time. But if you were to do thermal for the copper class, 2 5-minute flights.
Okay.
And then a 5-minute flight with landing 3 meters.
Okay.
Then you go up to 15. 1 15-minute flight, and then a 15-minute flight with landing 3 meters. And then you go up to 2 30-minute flights, and then 1 30-minute flight with a landing in 3 meters. And then
I'm going to need to get a different glider. Possibly. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that with my Elf.
Yeah.
Maybe the slope.
And then finally for the thermal, timing doesn't matter on this one, but it says 8 3-meter precision landings.
That's the hardest with my glider, at least.
Yeah.
Is to land it where I want it.
Yeah, if you don't have flaps or spoilers, it's really hard to get precision landings.
Yeah.
You have to be a very good judge of wind. So that is the basic level of completion.
So I'm going to throw this out to you guys. I need suggestions for another glider. I would like it to be under the 250 mark, just so I don't have to register it. But I will take any suggestions.
Willy-nilly's Gentle Lady.
Yeah, I have to put that together.
So?
The least I have to put together, the better.
So you want an ARF?
Yes, almost ready to fly.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
That would be preferable. I mean, I'm not opposed to putting it together. I just know that's a lifetime project for me, at least right now.
You've got so many other projects.
I do.
Right. So with the SSP, there are copper, bronze, silver, gold, platinum, and titanium levels.
Whoa.
So it get like, I'll read you one of the gold level ones.
You don't have to read all of it, but
I
just
won't.
give us an example. That's going to be crazy, though, I can imagine.
I don't know what half of this means, but for gold, it's thermal. It's specifically thermal.
Okay.
2 ladder flights of 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 minutes. I don't really know what that means.
What's a ladder flight?
That's what I don't get.
Okay.
I think it's 2 flights where you 2 flying sessions where you have a 4-minute, an 8-minute, a 12-minute, 16-minute, 20-minute flights.
Oh, within that session.
Yeah, and then the next one you go back and you do it again.
Okay, so 2 different sessions.
Yeah.
There's you're getting
4.
those.
Yeah,
oh my
there
gosh.
are 4 requirements like that. Then you have to do 2 20-minute time flights, 2 25s, and then there a cross-country flight and a goal and return flight. Those ones are usually several kilometers. 3-kilometer cross-country flight and then 3-kilometer goal and return flight.
Whoa.
So that would be 6 kilometers in total. So that's the gold class. That's pretty up there.
Well, we have to drive somewhere.
Yes, yeah,
Can't do
that is the thing. You have to drive for part of it.
Wow, that's crazy.
You have to have a driver, a spotter, and your pilot. Just because your driver's driving, your spotter's keeping an eye on everything else, and the pilot is sitting in the back seat, staring in the sky, preferably of a truck or convertible, and just flying.
Honestly, it sounds really fun, but very challenging.
Yeah, that's why I want to do it.
Yeah.
Because
you might have to send me that link so I can look into it. But
link will be in the description.
I want to get another glider before.
Yes.
So, because my elf, I just don't know that I'm going to do it with my elf.
You could build the flight.
You just hit me.
I did hit you. You could build the Flight Test Simple Soarer. Okay. It is a 1.5 meter wingspan glider.
Okay.
Made out of foam board. Could use all the electronics you already have.
Okay.
And a couple dollars of foam board.
Okay.
And at Soar, Utah, I saw 2 guys there put simple soarers up, and they were up forever. They are great soaring planes.
Okay. Can you thermal? Or you have to have a high launch, or what is that? High
start.
High start.
They're so light you'd have to do a light high start, but yeah, you could.
Because a bigger, heavier duty one.
Yeah,
would
my
rip
big
it
heavy
apart.
duty one would destroy it. But I'm building a mini high start for the Gentle Lady.
Okay.
The rubber's on the way.
All right. But still, suggestions for gliders. Like I said, preferably under the 250 gram. But if you have a favorite and it's over that, go ahead, throw it at me. Let me know.
Yep.
Because I have the one glider.
And
that's it.
All right, so the next bit of news I have, and then I promise we'll move on to something else. Okay. This one's called the League of Silent Flight.
Did we talk about this already?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Sounds familiar.
So, again, it is a free program / club for glider pilots. It is task-oriented, similar to the SSP.
Yep.
This one, though, is much more official sounding.
Okay.
For completion of tasks, it requires a witness. Specifically, a witness that is a higher level than what you're tasking for.
Okay. Okay, so I can follow your footsteps and you can witness me later on.
Yeah, but I need to find a witness.
Yes, you need to find somebody, but I won't.
Exactly. But the other thing with the LSP or LSF, they with the SSP you can choose thermal or slope.
Yeah.
With the LSF, it is thermal and slope. There are
you have completions that you have to do in both areas. Okay.
I actually printed a bit out. That's my application for them.
Yep. Don't need to show that.
Yeah, it's nothing valuable on it. So, like for League of Silent Flight for level 1, you have to do a two thermal durations of 5 minutes, witnessed. For slope, you have to do 15. You have to do spot landings at a given distance and goal and returns, so out to a distance.
And then all of this is witnessed also.
Yes, all of this is witnessed. And then there's a whole bunch of other stuff. So it's definitely something where you need someone more advanced to help you through it.
So those of you who are out there that are familiar with the LSF, come on, reach out. He needs somebody to witness for him. Once he gets his glider that you're going to do the...
I'll do it on the Spirit.
You're going to do it on the Spirit?
Yeah. The Spirit slopes like a monster.
You fixed it. That's right. Have you flown it since you fixed it again?
No. I've got a future latest outings that talks about that. And I'll tell you more about that in my project updates.
Yeah, perfect. All right, cool. Anything else in those two? Those are awesome. I'm excited about these personally, but I need to get me another glider because I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it with my Elf.
They're balsa kits. Never mind.
I mean, I can do a balsa kit. I just know, you know how much time I have.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I'm looking for an ARF, something that's basically ready to fly.
Oh, the Hobby Zone Radian.
Okay.
Or Horizon Hobby Radian, E-Flight Radian, whatever it is. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't fly.
You'll get me some recommendations. You guys will get me some recommendations. Yes, yes, you right there.
Put down your phone, unless you're watching this on your phone or listening to this on your phone. We're talking to you.
Find me some good ones that you guys like. Send them my way. If you don't have one yet, that's fine. That's fine. I'm talking to the ones that have them. Send them to me so I can check some out because I'm looking for another glider. I just don't know what path I want to follow.
Gliders are so much fun.
I miss flying my glider, and because I've been not really practicing, but a little bit on the simulator.
On PikaSim?
A little bit.
Nice.
A little bit. I'm good on the PikaSim though. I'm way better on the simulator than I am in real life.
I don't think any of those simulators actually model your Elf very well.
No. My Elf is, I think, too light. But it will be heavier when I... Anyway, that'll be something coming up. So one quick thing I wanted to bring up during the news. Yeah, absolutely. I added this while we were talking because I wanted to thank all of you guys that are following us everywhere that you're following us.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube,
because our
things.
Twitter is starting to blow up. We're getting a lot more followers there, so thank you there. Instagram, you said that's been blowing up, thank you there.
They love us
Facebook,
on Instagram.
I don't know what's going on there, but
it's going.
It's going, so thank you. And then obviously YouTube, and then wherever you're currently listening to this in the podcast area.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So that was my news that I was bringing besides being excited about the batteries. But I just wanted to throw that out there and say thank you.
Speaking of the batteries, I told Richard that you're in the market for a charger, so we'll see what he can do for us.
Okay, that's very cool.
So hopefully that works out.
All right, so I just broke down some things on my products here because we're going to move on to this.
All right.
So this is where I'm at, and this is what I've currently got in my Elf. So right now, the battery I'm using came out of a drone that I bought.
This little toy quadcopter, right?
Yeah, the toy quadcopter drone, FPV. They're all from the same manufacturer. I've got 3 different styles of battery. 2 different styles of batteries, but they're the Drominid DID 1551. It's a 1S battery. Dromeda. Is that what I said?
You said Drominid. Okay,
Drominid. So that's the battery I'm using. There's 2 different versions. I've got the 1551, and I couldn't remember the other one, but I think it's the 1552. They're the same. They're both one cell. They're both 350 milliampere hours, and they're both 3.7 volt.
Nice.
There's just dimension differences because they come out of 2 different styles of drones.
Yeah, exactly.
I have the FreeSky RX4R in there that I'm using. I'm debating, depending on battery thing that we talked about earlier, I might switch that out to the 5-channel one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's a little bit smaller.
Is it lighter?
It's about the same weight. I'm not worried about weight right now. My Elf is so light.
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about weight. I'm worried more about space.
Form factor?
Yes, it's a smaller form factor.
Oh, interesting.
Just a little bit. So we'll see.
Well, switching that out will require you to change your servo plugs.
Yes.
Okay.
But I have adapters, so I'm good.
All right, so long as you're aware.
Yes.
Carry on.
I'm already using adapters for stuff. I've got the high-tech HS40 economy nano servos in there. I got 2 of those in there.
Yep.
And then I've been doing some modifications to this.
Yes, I saw this in your picture. I should have put it up on. I need to get it up on the Instagrams and stuff.
So using some extra wiring kits that I've got, I threw in a nice blue LED on the tip of this. It should look pretty sweet, even during the day. This blue LED is bright.
Nice.
So
it's running at how many volts?
3.7 volts, but that's with servos connected and everything too. Like the picture I snapped, fully functional at that time. It's not anymore. I had to take it apart because I had to readjust some stuff.
So where do you have this LED connected to?
So I have it connected directly to the receiver.
So it's powered off of one of those receiver ports?
Yep, which is 3.7 volts.
Okay. Did you measure that?
No, but I could measure it, but it's going to have such a slight draw, but it's going to be amazing when I put it in the air.
Nice.
I'm excited.
I saw the picture and I noticed that. I'm excited to see that fly.
Yeah. So that is the products I am currently using, because that's the project I'm working on. So
nice.
You got your high start on here?
Yes.
I haven't seen it.
It's so big. So
I actually have seen it, but not in use.
Not in use, yeah. So at SOAR, Utah, I met a guy. He was parked right next to me, and we got talking. And I told him how I wanted a high start so I could fly at more places than just point of the mountain. He's like, I've got one. I'll sell you for $25. I'm like, awesome, let's do it. He's like, I don't have it with me. I'm like, no. And then I got distracted with pictures and interviews and videos, and I never got his information, and I missed it. But I went to the Utah Valley Aero Modelers Climb and Glide event, and lo and behold, he was there. He was the scorekeeper.
Nice.
So I said, hey, didn't we meet at SOAR, Utah? He's like, yes. I'm like, and you have that high start for $25? He's like, yes. I'm like, I would love to buy that from you. He's like, all right, here's my phone number. And I bought it from him that day. So it came on a big electrical extension cord wheel or spool. It is 100 feet of, I think it's 3/8 of an inch rubber.
Okay.
So rubber tubing. And then it came with 500 feet of braided nylon twine. So 600 feet overall.
Okay.
I brought it home. I inspected it all. There was one spot on the line I needed to retie because it was fraying.
Okay.
Easy fix. The tubing looks great. He says he's had it for years, and he'd pull it back to like 20 pounds to get his 2-meter Sagita glider up in the air, and he'd fly it forever. So I decided to run some calculations because 600 feet alone is a huge field, and that's not even stretched.
Yeah.
So I found out that at 2.5, it'll elongate. So it's got its base length, and then you elongate it so that it's 1.5 times longer.
Yeah.
So if you go from 10 inches, you're now at 25 inches.
Okay.
That will give me a 10-pound pull.
Okay.
So I took that, ran all the numbers, and figured out exactly how big of a field I would need. And then apparently Google Earth, you can measure distances on Google Earth.
Yes, you can.
I learned that. My wife taught me that. It's very cool.
It is very cool.
I measured every field within a 5-mile radius.
And you found one that works.
I wrote down on my notes every dimension of every field so that I know what I can fly and where I can fly and when I can fly. And I found a field that works, and I went out and flew. But with that, I also found some more nylon twine here at home that was 140 inches or 140 feet. And then I bought some more twine that's 250 feet. So I now have 3 lines so that depending on the size of field I'm at,
you can adjust
accordingly.
Nice. Well, since we're talking about your high start, let's just move you right into your last outings.
The most painful.
Well, do you want to do that one last? You got it right in the middle. Well, kind of in the middle. Save it for the last.
Well, hold on. So we'll talk more about my high start real quick. So with it, I also bought myself a luggage scale so that I can hook it on and see that way I can get consistent pulls on it. The only variable then will be the wind, because wind will highly affect that.
Yeah.
Especially
since you can't just flip it around really easily.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And then with the high start on the end of the line where it connects to the glider, there's a parachute, so that when it slips off the glider, the parachute brings the line down in a nice slow fall rather than letting it all fall in one big pile and get it all tangled.
Nice.
Yeah, it's super slick. Went out and flew it. My word, it is a great high start. I didn't do a great job with it, but it's a great high start. Okay,
let's
recent outings.
Talk about some of that.
The climb and glide event down at Utah Valley Aero Modelers.
Yeah.
In Saratoga Springs, in Saratoga Springs, Utah, on the north side of Utah Lake, there's the Utah Valley Aero Modelers Club, and they have their own airport and everything. It's a climb and glide event. You'd get out there with your plane, fly it up for 20 seconds, cut the throttle, and then just do your best to stay in the air. Longest time someone had, I think, was 6 minutes.
Okay.
Did really good.
That's fun.
I didn't participate in that part. I was having too much fun watching and taking pictures. But I did get my flight test simple cub up in the air for a couple minutes and flew a couple laps. That was good fun.
Okay.
There was a kid there, and I say kid because he was like 18, flying a huge, like 100-inch wingspan 3D acrobatic plane.
What?
Yeah, and he was going and doing knife edges back and forth, and he was doing tail spins and flat spins and all the loops and rolls and twists and turns and like helicopter moding a airplane and stuff.
With 110 or 105-inch
huge
wingspan? Whoa.
Gas-powered. I don't know what CCs it was, but my word, it was a monster of a plane, and this kid was amazing.
Very cool.
So that was fun to watch. Lots of other cool stuff. Really good time. I look forward, like Intermountain Silent Flyers and Utah Valley Aero Modelers Club. They're the two clubs I've gone to events for, but man, they're fun. And they are some good people. It was just a great time. All right, so moving on. So I bought my high start from the dude at the event.
Yep.
And I figured it all out. My brother came in town from Georgia. He flies RC planes as well. Shout out to you, Josh. And I found a field that would fit my high start. I put the 250-foot line on it. We pulled it back to 8 pounds because that's what the instruction manual for the Spirit recommends on your first high start flight is 8 pounds.
Okay.
There was like no wind. Maybe like a 2-mile-an-hour breeze occasionally. Super dead. But it was fine. It gave me a nice, comfortable place to start. Got it up. Apparently, the rubber is very heavy because that part of the line of the high start never really got off the ground.
Oh, okay.
So I think the first flight I got maybe 60 feet off the ground.
That's still not too bad.
Not too bad. Got up, and I had my GoPro going. Got up, did 2 circles, and then landed. It went well. Then we decided to go back to 12 pounds. Went up again, got almost to 100 feet on the launch. Did 3 circles or so, and then came in and landed. Went really well. And then the third and final one.
I love where this is going.
I forgot to turn my camera on.
Oh.
It's actually what kills me the most.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, my camera wasn't on for this.
Oh.
I was mad about this, but I was really mad about that.
Yes.
So and the whole time my variometer and my altimeter were bugging up. They wouldn't cooperate with me. So I was fighting with that, and I think that's what led to the following. So we pulled it back to 13 or 14 pounds. Got it up in the air. I think on launch, I got up to 100-ish, 120 feet.
Okay.
And I did a few loops, good turns, and then I was bringing it on final approach, and I was going downwind, coming across the wind in a big swooping turn, and then turning back upwind. And this park is lined with some small trees that they're hoping to be bigger, so I won't be able to fly at this park for many more years. And I missed one pine tree. Or I was coming towards a pine tree, and I'm like, I need to pull in. So I pulled in to get away from it, and I cleared it by feet, I assume. But there was one more tree just down the line that I didn't properly account for, and I took a bite out of the leading edge of my left or of my right wing.
Yeah,
on the Spirit.
That is on Instagram. Check it out.
Pictures have been on the internet, so you guys have seen those.
It is so sad.
It's like I just went in there and
and it is sad. It is very sad that you did that. But you know what? Now that I've heard that you don't even have video of it,
That's the worst part, isn't it?
That is the worst part. That literally is the worst part, especially since you fixed that in like 2 days.
Well, see, here's the thing. We did that. My brother never got to fly it.
Because you did just...
Because I did the 2 flights and then crashed it. And I was going to let him fly it on the next one, but I couldn't anymore.
Yeah, because it wouldn't fly.
Exactly. So I was very upset about that too. But we were going to go on a family camping trip up to Hiram, Utah. And I had found where we were going to fly, and we were going to use the high start. And it was a huge open field behind the high school there.
Yeah.
Would have been great. With this broken wing, I would not have been able to do that.
Yeah.
So I talked to my wife, and she agreed that I would get the supplies that I need, and I would work like a madman the next 2 nights to fix it, which I did in 2 nights. Well, in 3 technically.
Yeah, you put the covering the 3rd night over.
Yes.
But you
first
had it.
night, first night I got it cleaned up and started getting parts cut and fit. Second night, I got parts installed. So I had to, thankfully, it actually was really easy. I broke the leading edge. I broke 1 rib before in front of the spar. Never broke the spar. And then I destroyed the sheeting around all that.
Yeah.
So I had to cut out all the broken stuff, clean it up, make it look nice, and then just put in new pieces. And I covered it with the pearl pink that we talked about in the last episode.
Yep.
And it looks great.
Looks nice. I mean, the red and the pink don't look good together, but fortunately you only have just a small patch that's by it. But
yeah, I also poked a hole in the monocoat while I was replacing it, so I had to cover that up, and I decided red film was great.
You need to get some white cover.
I have some white.
Oh.
I don't want to use it.
Okay.
I like what, I forget who it was, whether it was my father-in-law or my buddy at work, that says when you make a mistake and you have to fix it on a balsa plane, patch it in something other than the original color so that it kind of stands out and you're proud of it.
Okay, I can follow that.
So
I can get behind that.
So yeah, I got that fixed in 2.5 nights, and my word, that was a good learning experience and an ordeal. But yeah, it's fixed and it's ready to fly again. I have not been able to fly it yet because we ended up having to cancel our camping trip, so we never went up to Hiram.
Okay.
So instead, the Saturday after I crashed this last Saturday from recording, so 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, 5 days ago as of today that we're recording, whatever Saturday was, me and 2 of my brothers went to the north side of Point of the Mountain because there was a hint of a breeze. I took the Spirit and I took my FT Simple Cub just in case.
Okay.
Because my brother came to here, and when I went out to visit him earlier this year, we flew.
Yeah.
He comes here. I'm the one that has the most planes, so I made sure that we could fly.
Yeah.
We got there. There was no wind. Excuse me. There was wind. It was coming east to west, so along the slope. You couldn't slope in it.
Yeah.
Slope soar. So we got out the Simple Cub, and we flew that. I only had 1 working battery. The other one wasn't charged because I'm an idiot. But we got it up, and on that 1 battery that wasn't even fully charged, we flew for like 12 minutes.
That's not too bad.
My brother got to fly a bunch. I flew a few times. My other brother didn't want to fly because he didn't trust himself in wind, which is fine. And then for like 2 seconds, we felt the wind pick up, so we quickly ran back to my car, got the Spirit ready. I forgot my camera, not to turn it on, but forgot to bring it. So I had to find another way to balance it out with extra batteries and stuff. Got it all balanced out, ran out to the slope, and the wind died.
So,
worst sloping day ever.
But
we had fun flying the Cub.
Your outings have not been that great, but your outings are still better than my outings.
It's because they happened.
Yes, because I haven't been out.
So that has been my latest outings. It has been fun. I need to get out and high start and slope soar some more because my word.
I want to go.
Slope soaring is so much fun.
I want to go when you high start again. I want to go with you next time.
Yes, I will definitely let you know.
And I'm hoping that my elf will be done by then, which since I have not been out at all because I haven't finished my elf. So as we talked about real quick, I got my elf. So I got everything back up. I got it all fixed up. Got the nose back on. Got the reinforcement in there. and great.
Did you get the carbon fiber filament wrapped around it?
Yep, I did. It
Nice.
looks horrible, but it's on there. It was my first time doing it. So.
Oh yeah, well if you look closely at mine, it's pretty horrible too.
Yeah, so don't look at it. But
it's inside the pod. No one will notice.
Yeah, got it all hooked up and everything. Put my servos on, taped them, measured everything. Everything was good where I want. Did some more permanent trimming of my control rods because where I want to keep my servos.
Yeah. Thankfully, we can always buy new control rods.
Yes,
but
I can.
Still.
Yeah. So, that's no big deal. But more permanent location. Then after doing that, I permanently, semi-permanently, because nothing's permanent, right?
Not with you, apparently.
Put my servos on, but I'd missed, and this. So when I put my servos on, I lined them incorrectly.
Oh.
Because I had forgotten the width of my cap, my nose cap.
Oh, yes. So are they sticking out to the sides too far?
Yes.
Ouch.
So I just took one off, and then I'm going to take the other one. I'm going to mark it because I like where the placement is. So I've taken that one off, cleaned it. I got to take the other one off, clean it, and then I got to move them in or move them slightly.
Center them more on the boom.
Center them on according to where their arm is at versus where they are on the body.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is where I'm at with that. I been hoping to fly this whole week. I've been working on it. Pulling hot glue off sucks.
Yeah, it really helps when you have like a long bladed knife.
Yeah.
Like these snap blade utility knives, and you can just kind of shave it off.
Yeah. So I've got a little X-Acto knife, which is actually I've got it.
It'll work. Yeah.
It's working, but that has been taking a lot of time.
Yeah,
so,
I can imagine.
But that's been my project. Is all I've been doing is working on that. Well, all my RC project. I've got 1,000 other things that are eating my time. So, but I'm almost there. It's functional, and that was the best. Like I had it lined up, and I was like doing my control checks, and everything was gorgeous. I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And I'm like, okay, put it in with my few modifications. And I'm like, oh, that's right. So I took off that servo, and then I got to take off the other one. Because I was hoping I could get by just taking one off, but no, I totally misaligned them. Horribly.
That hurts.
It does. But that's the only project I've had. So remember, glider under 250. Let me know. I want a new glider.
It's not under $250, right?
No, well, I don't care the price. It's too much. Under 250 gram.
Okay, that's gonna limit.
I know it is, but
okay.
I mean, unless, like I said earlier, unless you guys have favorites, let me know. If it's over 250, that's fine. I just don't want to have to go register it. Stuff with that. Anyway, that is my only project I've been working on. Derek has been crazy busy this week.
Yep.
Tell us about this.
I did my Spirit.
Yes.
That has actually been a majority of my project. Is just getting that wing fixed.
I was shocked when I saw the pictures of how quickly you were able to fix it.
Thankfully, it wasn't a whole lot that needed fixing.
It really wasn't. It probably took you longer to clean it up than it did to fix it.
No. It took longer to fix it.
Oh, did it?
Cleaning up was really easy. It's only the sheeting on the top and bottom of the leading edge, or the leading portion of the wing is 1/16 of an inch. So it's really thin, really easy.
So you just
super quick. But I don't have it listed, but part of my project, like my next step with the Spirit, is to install a servo for the spoilers and actually get those set up and working.
Oh, okay.
So I'll cut those out of the top of the wings, and I'll set those up. The way you set them up on a 2-channel plane is you put them, so you have your rudder and elevator on your right stick.
Okay.
If you're flying in mode 2, which we are.
Yeah.
And then on your throttle stick, that's where you put your spoiler servo. So when your throttle stick is all the way up or all the way down, however you want it, your spoilers will then deploy.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And the spoilers help you land?
Yeah. So what they do is
increases
increases drag. It kills the airflow over the top of that section of your wing.
Yeah.
And since they are towards the middle portion, closer to the fuselage where the most lift is, it'll kill it better. So what you do is as you're coming in for a landing, it'll help you deploy your spoilers, and it'll help slow you down as well as drop you to the ground a little better or faster.
It's kind of like air brakes.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's pretty much what they are. But but that gives you a lot more control on your landings.
Yeah,
so
it'll help me get within the 3 meters of a target spot.
And then you're not as subjected to, what is that, where your air, basically you're bouncing off the air. That's
ground effect.
Yeah, ground effect.
Yeah, which for a 2 meter glider, that's a huge range of ground effect.
Yes, it is.
So that's what I'm doing there. The Chaos Wing, I've got all the electronics installed. I've tested the motor's spinning the right direction and everything. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I've started the process of covering it. I started with the battery hatch. Since the fuselage is going to be black, I covered the battery hatch black.
Very nice. That is very nice looking.
I figured the battery hatch would be a good starting place. And I'm also, I got my father-in-law's trim sealing iron. So it's the iron, the heat iron basically that you use to apply this so that it activates the adhesive.
Yeah.
And it's considerably smaller than your standard
iron.
Sealing iron. So as you can see in the video here, I've got this standard sealing iron. It's 4 inches long, 2 inches wide, versus your trim sealing iron, which is 1 1/4 inch long by 3/8 of an inch wide.
Yeah.
So I did that, and it went on. Once I've got the right heat to stick it, it went on real great.
And that's a great practice piece also.
Exactly.
And that actually looks really nice.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see this thing.
I'm pleased with how that went. I haven't tested to see how well it fits into the Chaos Wing.
Okay.
But I'm sure it'll fit just fine. I sanded everything down beforehand so that it slipped in and out nice and easy.
Okay. So
it should be
by
fine.
adding the little bit from the covering on both sides, because you'll have covering
on the rest of the fuselage
on the rest
too.
of it. Yeah. So hopefully it'll be enough.
Yeah. This covering's super
if it's a little
thin.
tight, that's okay though.
Yeah. This covering's about thinner than a sheet of paper, I would say. And a sheet of paper is 3/1000 thick.
Sure.
It is.
Depending on what type of paper.
Standard printer paper. I forget what weight, but so yeah, it should be fine. But we'll see. So that's what I've got going there.
Your last thing on here, you talked about it already, was your mini high start.
Yes. So the mini high start, what I did is I ordered 25 feet of 1/8 inch outer diameter latex surgical tubing.
Okay. That was more challenging than it should have been.
It really was. I'm tired and my voice is tired. So I ordered that, which is what Willy Nilly's recommends, because they did a video with using the Gentle Lady on a high start.
Oh, okay.
And they said they used 20 feet of 1/8 inch surgical tubing and 50 feet of line, maybe 100 feet. I don't know. I don't remember. But that's what they used. So I'm like, all right, I'll get 25 feet of it because 5 feet's not going to hurt anything. It just gives me more pull.
Yeah.
And then I'll just use the same lines that I have for my big high start. I can honestly just use the 140-foot line.
Yep.
That'll get me up plenty high. I won't use the parachute because that's actually quite large and heavy.
Yeah,
and I think it'll outdo, it'll do more harm than good on this light of a plane.
Will the 140 feet be too heavy?
I don't think so.
Because you got some lightweight.
It's number 18 masonry twine, if anyone's curious.
That's the word I was.
It's just nylon twine.
Yeah.
No, it's super lightweight. It shouldn't be a problem. It'll just give.
You won't get that
100.
Obviously, that whole 140 feet.
No,
because
this high start will probably put me up 120-ish feet.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
If it's a good windy day that allows me to actually pull it all the way up.
Yeah. I'm excited to see that.
So yeah, I've got that. I'm probably just going to attach a streamer onto a ring that I can clip on and use to slip over the hook on the Gentle Lady.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, there's that. That's my high start plans.
And so that brings us to beginner tips, which you didn't have any written down. Do you have any thoughts? What about covering that? Anything specific you learned from that?
covering
that you want to share?
No, just take your time. Like, so when I covered this battery hatch, I laid it down on the covering and I gave myself, I think it was 1/2 inch all the way around. And then I first started on the big flat top surface. I adhered that first, and then I flipped it over and started seeing where I could roll it up, and I trimmed away. I did relief cuts in the corners so that it would fit around the shape properly. And then using the trim sealing iron on high heat, not on low heat, because it has high and low heats, but on high heat, I started fitting it to the sides immediately adjacent to the top, and then continued wrapping it all the way around.
Okay.
As I went along. So just taking your time with it, going slow. Other tips, like that I learned from crashing my Spirit, is be very aware of obstacles and where you, like, even if you're staying clear of them, make sure you're not inadvertently flying yourself towards them, because I thought I was close enough that I wouldn't hit anything, and then it was all of a sudden too late.
Yeah, that's...
So, like, I saw the first tree, and I'm like, oh no, and I avoided it, and I saw the second tree, I'm like, oh no, and then I hit it.
And looking from where you hit it at, you were 2 feet too close. 2 feet too wrong.
Yeah,
that's not right.
No.
You were roughly 2 feet on the wrong side of that tree.
Yeah. Yeah. And it spun, it hit that tree and it spun around it. It whipped it around. I'm really mad the GoPro wasn't on.
Yes. That would have been amazing to see.
It really would have.
Because you had a good flight and then a tree.
Yeah. It was a good flight. It was a really good flight. But I got video of the other two, so yeah, beginner tips, watch out for that tree.
So I talked about this, but when I was putting my servos on, I was thinking of when I was taking my servo off, is when Derek's like, hey, make sure you put notes in. I'm like, yeah, I was already thinking about that. And so when you're putting everything back together, like I had it all on tape and then I glued it, but I wasn't paying attention.
You didn't test fit before you glued?
I didn't put the lid on. Nope.
Yeah.
I didn't put it on while it was taped up because the tape was just moving too much. I had a lot of play with the tape because it's just the size of the servo versus where I'm putting them. It's really hard to tape them down good.
Oh yeah.
And so I was like, okay, this should be fine.
Clearly not.
But that's the thing is I did so here's my beginner tip. Like, even when you're doing the temporary stuff, make sure you're marking things, putting little marks on this. Like, okay, so we need to make sure we're covering only this much space. And that comes for not just putting servos on, but checking batteries, making sure your receivers fit. Like, make sure your space is good. So measure your space and then do some good markings. And so I specifically am bringing up my servo issue, but it applies for when you're putting anything in there that you're going to secure.
Yep.
Because, like, my receiver I don't have secure, and I probably never will.
That's just because it's tucked underneath the servos. So it's kind of wedged in there, though.
And same with the battery. Well, it is wedged in there. Same with the battery. I only tape the battery in because I have to take it out to charge it because I'm not leaving a charging port for it. And
it's a LIPO battery. You don't always want to leave them confined.
Exactly. And then, so just check your measurements with that is big key thing that I learned when I was working on this repair. And that microfiber is
the carbon fiber filament.
Yeah, is really, really hard to work with.
It really is.
And gluing my fingers together is a technique, and then having carbon fiber glued to your fingers is really cool.
Yeah, that's when you take your X-Acto blade and just start scraping it off.
Yeah, I did a couple days later when it started bothering me.
Oh, it bothers me immediately. I glued my fingers, I think, 4 times while I was fixing my Spirit.
Yeah, so that's the last thing on that. Do we have anything else?
Check out rcbattery.com. Awesome stuff. Great prices.
And we might be
Richard's a great guy.
We might have a promotion code. Watch for that. Coming
At the very least, an affiliate program.
Yes. So watch for that.
Yep.
Definitely, if you're looking for batteries and, you want to support us, check it out.
Yep.
Anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay. I'm going to do the outro.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Because you did the intro.
It's true, I did.
So.
And I think I did the outro last time anyway.
I think you did
I don't remember. It doesn't matter.
Remember when flying inverted, up is down and down is expensive. RPM is how hard you hit the ground. Or tree. And torque is how far you have to dig to get it out or how much you have to repair.
It's true. Well, digging or either way, you're repairing something.
Yeah. So thanks, man. And thanks, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.